For the 2020 International Day of Light, I want to do a little explainer for how you can paint with polarization, and in particular, how you can find wave plates around the house and polarizers around the house to create nice and bright images. First, the monitor itself of any LED screen is a polarized light box. So this monitor is horizontally polarized, and you can use polarized sunglasses to see that you can cross the polarization. Regular transparent tape is birefringent, so it can act as a wave plate. In this case, the tape's optical axis is at 45 degrees. Our eyes are not sensitive to polarization, so you can't see that, but you can see it when looked through a polarizer. Here's a film polarizer that you can get, and you can see that the screen is mostly blank now. It's blue because it's not exactly perfectly linearly polarized, but you can create colors based on the number of layers on the tape. And the more layers they have, the more rotation and polarization you can get along the optical axis, and you can create all kinds of colors. You can create some very bright and interesting colors with interesting effects. Here's a play on the standard CMY, cyan, magenta, and yellow arrangement that you might be familiar with. But notice how, unlike normal additive color, in this case cyan and yellow somehow add to give blue. This is very counterintuitive, and with painting with polarization, you can get all kinds of color combinations that you normally wouldn't get. What we have here in the corners is an arrangement of layered tape at 45 degrees in this case to show you the full palettes. These two top layers are the same tape arranged at 90 degrees to each other, where this is one layer, two layers, three layers, four layers, and such. One layer, two layers, three layers, four layers, and such. Here's an interesting reason why the intersection between cyan and yellow is blue. In this case, cyan is created by 4 layers of this tape in this orientation. But this yellow is created by 3 layers of this tape in this orientation. Two wave plates, the same wave plate at 45 degrees, will actually annul itself. So you have 4 layers this way minus 3 layers this way, and that leaves 1 layer in that direction, which happens to be blue, and that's why the intersection is blue. So painting with polarization is completely different than painting with other forms of light. You can have open polarizers where the polarizer of the screen is the same as this observation polarizer or analyzer, or you can have cross polarizers. And in this case, the cross polarization colors are complementary. This cyan becomes magenta and so forth, and you have a complete different arrangement of polarizations. And so by creating the various layers of tape, you can create the entire palette where you can make deterministic colors for your art. Doesn't have to be anything simple. You can create stained glass type art with a combination of random and non-random orientations of tape and layering.